every hot guy I see in New York City is riding a bike, and I'm like, where are you going?
How long / how many dates should you wait before sleeping together?
Oh. It works every time.
So, okay, how do I usually start this? Okay, I know how you usually start it. Greetings, internet. It's me, Katy. What's happening? I'm like hungover. Okay, go. I can't like, do this right now. Greetings, internet. It's Katy.
Colbie.
Julia. So we have a bunch of questions here that I wrote down. You guys asked us on Instagram. I'm gonna make this a series. I don't know what it's gonna be called, so to be determined by my post-production self. It's gonna be editing this video, but I'm hoping to do a little series on my channel where I interview my friends about things we know all too well, like dating in the city, because we all have lived here for a little over, you've been here less, but like we've been here for almost 2 years. So we've been around the block a little bit, and we have some advice to share with you guys based on your questions. So the first question that we're going to answer is, what would you say each other's type is? What traits do each of you look for?
Ooh, I know this answer.
I think we should answer for each other. Okay, so let's do Katy first.
Katy is like all over the board.
I don't really know
I think
Katy's
you're
type
like mostly drawn to like a personality more than appearance. I honestly don't really know who I picture you with.
Me neither. Physical appearance wise, I see you with someone like brunette with like some facial hair. Height's not really a factor to you. Although it is to Colbie, and I had a very long discussion about this. Colbie's type is like tall, muscly.
Tall, I mean that's like the first.
Well, yeah, Colbie's like 6'5".
No, I'm not. I'm 5'10".
Colbie's
so if
5'10".
you're tall, I feel your pain.
Her type is basically like just your classic hot athlete.
Yes.
Do you know if you see a hot athlete
that's
for Colbie?
Send him my way.
Send him her way.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
Please.
Julia
I'm
likes
a very, very specific type.
Julia likes somebody who's not American, brunette,
specifically.
sometimes
You can't
brown,
answer. Oh, okay. You can't answer.
sometimes blonde hair, blue
Artsy.
eyes, but normally brunette. Over 6 foot, even if they're 6'0", if they're 5'11", she can tell. So she says.
Yeah, not just like
British or Australian.
Thank you.
Yes. Somebody who dresses well.
Like,
That's something that we
well-dressed.
both really like.
thoughts on dating apps to meet people.
Julia, I want you to answer this question. Okay. So you know, I've dabbled after I swore I wouldn't. After I got out of a relationship, I was like, "There's no way I'm getting on dating apps." Fast forward like a few weeks, and I was on dating apps. And
We were literally sitting on the couch, and Julia was like, "Okay, I'm gonna download Hinge," and we were like, "Okay."
She downloads it, deleted Hinge. She downloads it, deletes it, downloads it again, deletes it. It's like whenever I'm bored and I'm on my couch, I'm like, why not?
Why don't
And
you
then
just
I'm
move
like,
it to your last
I don't
page?
think-
Why do you have to delete it? Why don't you just
It wasn't my last page, and then I was just going through a moment, and I was like, I just need this off my phone. So, and you know, who knows what'll happen in a few weeks.
Can I tell that story?
Which one? With the date I went on?
Julia went on a date, and she was so excited about it. She talked about it for like weeks. She was like, "This guy's so cute. He's Australian." And I was like, "Yeah, I saw him. I think I like X'd him or whatever." And she was like, "No. Like he's cute. Like I think in person he's gonna be so cute." She's standing outside the restaurant, and he's walking towards her. And
He's like,
two pizzas.
I was like, okay. And he showed up. He was not as described. I'll leave it at that. Not as pictured. And I was like, you know what?
Not as you imagine.
Right. And I was like, you know what? You can either have a bad attitude about this, hurry the date along, or just have a good night. And we had a great night, enjoyed some live jazz, talked about a bunch of stuff, and you know, it wasn't for me. I think we both were like, this isn't going anywhere, but we both made the best of it.
I've had that experience too, where I've gone on a date with someone that doesn't look, or like, for me, it was on Hinge, so like on Hinge they tell you how tall they are, but they can lie, of course, and not like height is like the most important thing, but the thing about it was like he lied by about like 4 inches. Like he came and he was probably on like 5'7" and said he was like, I'm like, why lie about it? Because at that point, like,
we don't want you to think that we're shallow, but at the end of the day, if you're dating, like, if you're not dating for sport and you're dating for what you're actually looking for and you know what you're looking for, like, it's okay to be picky.
I think it's extremely okay to be picky, and I think that there's a lot of, like, what's the opposite of hype?
There's a lot of
judgment,
negativity
negativity surrounding being picky. I think that
like I'm reading this whole book on it right
It's like,
now.
don't judge a book by its cover.
And it's like, yes, you should keep an open mind, of course, but if you, like, you shouldn't have to put up with things that you know you don't want. Like, there's no reason to keep going on dates with someone you're not attracted to or not interested in just because you're giving them the benefit. Like, I think that you should be picky.
Right.
And it's important to be picky,
Right.
especially in New York when, I mean,
if you don't know what you're looking for, that's a different story. Like,
Right.
But if you're like me, I know exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be picky in the sense
watch
that
your
I'm not
future
going to
husband,
settle.
watch your future husband be American and, like,
Poorly dressed.
poorly dressed.
I can tell you now, he won't be.
But yeah, so thoughts on dating apps. I think that that's, in New York, I think it's pretty important.
Because no
Yeah.
one speaks, like, well, the thing is, no one, I find when I'm out at night, it's not as common for guys to just, like, come up and,
Right. I think everyone's very focused on their friends and, like,
Yeah.
who they're with.
for me, I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to say, like, I met this person through a dating app, but that
Right.
just happens to be, like, this day and age.
I
And
think
that's
that's the
how
norm.
people meet now. It's
Yeah.
not super weird.
There's no shame in it if you
Yeah.
do meet your person that way. Like, there was a taboo around it.
People always ask me, because I'm kind of obsessed with romance. Feel like I'm an old soul, but I still feel like I don't look at my apartment. It kind of sucks to, like, that this is, like, our life, like, that we're on these apps, and I'm constantly asking, like, people every day, like, how was your day? I don't care how their day was. I just want to see if we're compatible. But, like, that's, like, the only way, and it's like you're shopping. I mean, honestly, I think, like, guys and girls, everyone's just, like, nervous as fuck. Like, no one knows, like, how to, like, initiate
Navigate
things.
it.
Yeah, because no one wants to come on too strong and, like, go up
Right.
to someone. Everyone feels like they have to be hammered to
And you don't
approach
even
someone
know,
at the bar.
like, wait, what do you guys say? So, like, on a dating app, what is your first, like?
I don't.
I
I don't
don't.
message first.
Oh, you left that naked.
Yeah.
I don't.
I just don't. I always say, so this is my new
You write hiya.
No, I don't.
The
You used to
emoji.
write
I used to do the waving girl emoji for a while. Now
Yeah.
now I'm a lot more picky with, like, who I match with on there, and if I match with someone, like, I usually say this. You're gonna roast me.
I'm not
I
ready.
say, like,
Please, God.
hi, whatever their name is. Like, I was hoping we'd match. You're really cute.
Oh.
It works every time, guys. It works every time.
Do they say, yeah, me too?
No, they're like,
Oh,
you're
well,
not so
actually,
bad.
I guess you can see.
They say, like,
who
oh,
likes you
you're not
on
so
there.
bad yourself.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I love
It opens the
That's so
door
funny.
to
Wow.
a great conversation
Yeah.
from there. So, like, highly recommend. And you'll see, like, in my, like, conversations, it's just the copy and pasted stuff.
Oh my god.
With a different name, and sometimes I forget to change the name.
Okay,
Oh my
But
God.
also, just on that note, I think that it's important to have no shame. Like,
Right.
like if you want to message someone and they don't answer, okay.
That's the
fuck
worst
that.
thing
Shoot
that
your
could
shot.
happen. They don't answer.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. And like, you've also never met them, so it's not a big deal.
Everybody had this fantasy that they would just like meet somebody on the street.
In a bar.
Yeah, last
Fantasy.
week I was in Whole Foods and some guy came up to me and was like talking my ear off the whole time that I was just like trying to get a bag of kale or something. And he like forced me to give him my phone number and I was just like, this is so weird and so uncomfortable. And I honestly would rather meet somebody through the internet, I think,
Where you
than
can,
that
like-
experience.
Or if it was someone that you were interested
Yeah,
in.
well,
I
that was
know.
the other
It's
thing.
never that.
Like, it's never the, like, normal cute guy that you see, like, picking up almond milk.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's not like a movie. It's really not.
Yeah.
Unless it is, and then, like,
Every hot
Yeah.
guy I see in New York City is riding a bike, and I'm like, where are you going?
yeah, because
They're
I need
always
to,
on city
I need
bikes.
to go with you.
They are always on
Tyler
Tinder.
Cameron always rides city bikes, so.
The city is big, but have you ever run into an ex or a one-night stand?
Oh!
I think I
All
have
of
a
us.
perfect story for this.
Like, yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Like, all
Well,
of
I
us.
mean, okay, so Colbie and I were doing our grocery run.
They live
Oh
together.
my God.
They live together, by the way.
I was seeing a guy for like a few months, and then it ended. It was like pretty casual, but whatever. Then it ended. I would say 2 weeks before this encounter, or one-sided encounter. But Colbie and I looked like actual like garbage bags. Like we were. Roadkill.
Yeah,
I
we
just
were not,
fat.
we were not in
And-
its proper state.
No, Essex Market. Just to give you a little background, there's all
Wait,
those different
yeah.
If
vendors.
you know the city.
Yes. Just think of a big marketplace, whatever. So we're checking out. Colbie goes, so and so's over there.
Let's call
I was
him
like-
Adam.
Yeah, we'll call him that.
We'll call him Adam. Adam's over there. And I'm like, stop. I was like, that's not funny right now. I was like, that's not funny. And this is like literally a week after it ended. She goes,
Meanwhile, I was like unstable. Like there were tears
she
in
was
my eyes.
sobbing. And I go, it's not funny. And she goes, I'm not kidding. And I go, where? And she points at me and I was like, oh my god, oh. I was like,
We literally have never moved faster in our lives. Like,
we were like, go, side door, and then we
It
got
was a literal emergency exit situation.
Woo! That was a fun one.
We had a lot more to accomplish in there.
We did.
But don't you always see the people you don't want to see when you look bad?
Yes.
It's like you never
Always.
look good when you see these people.
Oh, that's like when I was in Whole Foods shopping one time and I was picking apples next to Liam Payne. And I didn't realize it was him and I, again, looked like garbage. It's just like a thing that I should probably stop leaving the house.
Look good
in that
when you
condition.
grocery shop.
Yes, that's the moral of the story is always look good when you're going to the grocery store. Anyway, I'm picking apples next to Liam Payne.
Why the hell are guys here so much worse than everywhere else?
If you find the answer, please let me know.
I think it's because like the opportunities are really endless for them here. Like
Yeah.
there's so many girls, and for a lot, I mean, I even noticed like there's just so many more options, and nobody
Yeah.
really wants to settle down.
No one settles down, I feel like, in cities.
You don't have to, and
It's a very
people's-
like move.
People's jobs are really important to them. Like guys have really demanding jobs.
Yeah,
Girls have really
girls.
demanding
Girls
jobs.
have really demanding
Yeah.
jobs, but it's like
By the time I get home from work in the gym, if I work out that day, it's usually like 8 o'clock, and then I just want to
Yeah.
watch The Bachelor.
it's kind of a
and go
chore.
to bed.
Like dating sometimes feels like a chore, and it feels like an obligation. And
Yeah.
it's like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I have a date tonight, like, and I'm, it's just annoying.
Oh
that
yeah, that
Yeah.
was me the other day. I was supposed
How
to
I
go on
see
a
it.
date, and then the morning of, I woke up and I was like,
Already not in the mood.
I was like, not in the mood. So I said, I made up a story as to why I couldn't go. I said that I had to go out for a work happy hour.
Also, I'm just like realizing in the viewfinder how much paler I am next to you. Oh, my
Oh well,
God.
I just tanned last night.
my pale legs because they haven't seen the sun. Like, okay,
Neither have mine,
Yeah,
but
well.
they have seen tannologists. Going on a first date is honestly such a weird feeling. I always get so nervous, like
I
when I'm
used to have
just
a glass
about
of
to
wine
walk
before.
in.
I'm like not nervous in
Yeah.
person, but I get nervous before first dates.
Yeah.
so-
Not being excited for a date is
Yeah.
like the worst.
It's the
'Cause Then
worst.
you're like, you have to go, and you're like, oh my god. What are we
But sometimes
sometimes it's surprisingly pleasant.
Yeah.
Sometimes I psych myself out.
Yeah.
And I like convince myself, like even if I am excited, I'm like, oh, like, but I could be doing like just literally
Yeah.
nothing. But like sometimes I feel like it's character development. It's good for you to like go out, like get out there, like see what's out there and talk a little bit about yourself.
And
I
getting
feel like no one ever
experience
talks about themselves.
going on.
And
Yeah.
it's good like being able to connect with someone and like practice connecting
Yeah.
and asking someone else questions and like just getting out of your head. But like if you're not excited, like don't force it. I think that, like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of, especially like,
Tell them you have to go sing karaoke with your
Should I
colleagues.
tell my
yes.
story now?
Colby's been holding this story in until
Yeah.
we've gotten like a decent way through the video. So.
Well, because this is actually relevant
Oh.
to what we're talking about.
Good.
now. This guy came into my work and presented to our whole department.
Okay.
I work at an advertising agency, so the whole time my friends and I were like IMing, and we were like, oh my god, this guy's so hot. And he's British, and I was like, Julia's gonna be so jealous. Like, this British guy came in and presented at my work today. And my friends were like, there's no way that guy's single. And I was like, he doesn't have a wedding ring on, like,
Yeah.
pretty sure he's single. And after, I was like, I swear he was staring at me the whole time. And they were like, can you just shut up? And I was like, no, I'm gonna add him on LinkedIn. So I added him. A day later, he like hadn't accepted me, and I was like, whatever, he's probably engaged or something. Stars aligned, and he accepted and messaged me, and then he ended up asking me to go get drinks. And I kind of anticipated that it was gonna be like an hour. We were gonna go get a drink, and then I would come home, and we were meeting at 7. And I didn't end up getting home until 1:30 in the morning, and I'm so happy that I went, because now I'm like,
in love.
yeah.
We call him the LinkedIn.
And I'm waiting
The
for her to
LinkedIn
set me up
kid.
with his friends.
Yeah.
I just love that. I love that you like made the first move.
Yeah. So I guess
That's
when I
so
said
cool.
that I didn't message people,
You
I
do,
did.
but only on LinkedIn.
well, I didn't.
Only on
but I
LinkedIn.
didn't message him. I just added him, and then he accepted me.
That was a
and
message-
messaged me.
that was
Business
enough.
affair
Yeah.
only.
Yeah. Like,
Honey.
How long / how many dates should you wait before sleeping together?
oh god.
That's stupid. Do what you want.
yeah.
That's stupid. There's no rules to that. Like, if you want to sleep with someone on the first date, do it. If
Yeah.
you want to wait because morally that's how you feel, do that.
I don't
Yeah, and-
like
If someone judges you for that,
Chrissy
Anytime.
Teigen and John Legend met at like a music video shoot and like had sex the same day and like look at them. It
Yeah.
doesn't. I think Like,
so many people say, like, keep them on the hook, keep them wanting more, whatever. And honestly,
It's
I'm
such
like,
a double standard.
I don't know. Like, I guess that just speaks to guys, like, just wanting to have sex. Like, you could go on 3 dates, have sex, and then a guy not talk to you again.
Yeah, no, I think it's purely, like, your moral compass, like, what feels good for you. Don't feel like you have to have sex with them on the first date. Like, do what you want to do, but don't feel like there's a rule that, like, you have to wait 3 dates or something like that, because I think ultimately, like, if they, like, ghost you after getting what they want from you, like, thank God it only took 1 date and not 3 dates for that to happen.
The whole, like, a guy is gonna think you don't respect yourself or whatever because you sleep with them on the first date. If a guy actually feels that way, he's a fucking loser, because I'm sure if the roles were reversed, it's not the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just a double standard.
I agree.
So do what you want.
Okay, this is good. So date ideas that isn't just getting drinks.
Let's see. I love finding fun date ideas.
Didn't you go on a ping pong date?
I did, but that was like a bar. Yes, with Hamish. He was like, my friends call me Hammy. I was like,
British.
I'm not gonna.
There's some cool places in the city that have, like,
Royal Palm Shuffleboard.
I honestly haven't found things to do in the city that don't involve drinking, like, for myself.
I've been on, like, live music dates where we just go watch some
Oh
like,
my
a
god,
band.
remember the night that we went on our triple date?
Yeah. Freaking, oh my god. Oh wait, going back to the question of, like, do you see people in the city that, like, you hook up with? I saw this guy.
The love of Katy's
The
life.
love of my life. I literally referred to him. That was probably.
That was his name.
That was a jinx. The love of my life.
That was his name.
Basically,
the love of your life.
if you guys listen to the podcast, you know this. We went on 2 dates, and then he, like, flat out ghosted me before we went on a 3rd date, and I was like, okay, message received. And then I see him the following weekend, like, disgustingly sucking face with some girl in this bar that I took him to. Yes, and then I actually saw him last night.
Oh my
at the bar.
god.
I saw him last night too at this other bar.
Did you say anything?
No, it was kind of a mutual thing where we just looked at each other and
Looked away.
yes. So
Well,
Nice.
anyway, so yeah, you're gonna see everyone you don't want to see.
it's definitely a bar. Like, drinking is involved.
What are
but,
some
I mean,
good
if you don't
bars?
want to drink, like, for
What are some
example,
good
Fat Cat in West Village, Greenwich Village, like right
It's
around.
really fun.
It's kind of like a bunch of games, and then it's a bar or whatever, and then there's live music, so it's kind of like a basement type thing. It's very laid back.
If the conversation fizzled out, do you double text to keep it going again, or do you just let it be?
I'll take this one. So I find that a lot of our friends have experienced, seeing someone and then you kind of notice a change in the way that they're texting and like their body language and stuff, and you're kind of trying to convince yourself like, oh, maybe, they're going through this or that, but if there's a change, it's for a reason, and don't try to like justify it.
Yeah.
Like,
Give them what they give you.
Yeah, I think yes, that was my 2020 message. Give what you
receive.
Give what you get. So if just match someone's energy, I don't think there's a point in kind of chasing after something that doesn't want you, because there are so many people who do want you, so why waste your time on
But of course, we
someone
always
else?
want the people that don't want us. So
Yeah, I have a real issue with that.
But would you say, would you double text or no?
Yes, Julia does double text.
Do I?
Julia text first.
Like, you tried, at least you tried. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing, and at least maybe you have your answer, I guess.
Well,
Some
one
people
of my
just are
things-
shitty texters.
Yeah.
Some people are bad texters.
So I guess the answer to that is like yes, I guess we would. I mean, even if it fizzles out, but like, don't forget like how you're feeling right now. Like when he's like clearly not as interested, he/she.
And it depends like
Try
what
not
the
to
double
overthink
text
it.
is.
Yeah, but also just try not to like overthink things.
If it's natural to double text, but if you're like hi and don't get an answer, I wouldn't be like,
Yeah.
like 2 hours later, it's like, what's up?
yeah.
Should the answer like embarrassing, like sex stories, like sexy things?
I'm trying to think like what I could say that's not gonna like be super incriminating and be held against me in my future.
You guys
Share
can
with the
just
internet.
use your imagination. But I feel
I've had some funny experiences with guys where they just like say weird shit and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't.
I wish you wouldn't say that.
Right now.
And there's just like so much that can go right or wrong. There's been like fetishes I've dealt with.
Oh yeah, Katy.
Not mine, not my
Katy
own.
has had.
Not my own.
Katy has seen some sights.
I've seen some things. Okay, anyway, so let's give like just a couple little pointers, like sex advice pointers. Be vocal about what you like and don't like and what you want, because I think so often like people are either silent, which I think is creepy, or you're like, you're not communicating well and the guy like literally has no idea what you want unless you tell him or show him.
Another thing is it's really easy to like get in your head, and I feel like you need to just be in the moment and realize that like if you have a fat roll, like nobody's
That's so
noticing
true.
it.
And it's like you get really insecure about your body too. I mean, just being naked in front of anyone, like you just feel very, like even in a bathing suit. But like,
Yeah.
I think that if you're at that point with a person, clearly he likes what he sees and doesn't care, and like shouldn't ever care.
Yeah.
Like just accept that there's gonna be some fat rolls involved.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I think a good like closing question for us to answer is, how do I stop being insecure and get out there?
I am the guru of finding your confidence.
Yeah, she is.
I am.
Okay, tell them your tips.
Okay.
Julia's a very confident person, I think. I hate that we like didn't really like properly say how we met each other. Like, I met Julia freshman year, like.
Well, we met really like when we moved into.
We
the
moved like we
sorority
really
house.
met sophomore year, but like I knew who she was freshman year because we were in the same sorority, and I was like, I like thought in my head
I
that
was like, there's that YouTube.
I thought we would never be friends because like I feel like you were just so confident, like you and like the girls that I'm now very close with, but like. Yeah, so tell them your little confidence tips.
I don't know how you can expect someone else to love you if you don't love yourself. Like,
It's very valid. It's cliche, but it's really valid.
I think if you look in the mirror and there are things you don't like, you have to realize that every single person on the planet has things they don't like about themselves, and if you fixate on them, it's gonna destroy you, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna, you're gonna miss out on so many amazing
The
things.
quality
in
of
life.
your life will be worse if
Oh,
you're not.
I have 2 pimples on my cheek because I'm switching birth controls and my skin's being crazy and my boobs have erupted in size. I literally like
A problem that I will never understand.
everything is just, I'm going through a lot of changes, and honestly, like right now I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my god, my skin's disgusting, like, I hope, and then I'm like this, but at the end of the day, like what I see on my face, I see so much more than what other people see. Like
I would never have noticed.
like they
at
don't
all.
look at me and they're like, oh my god, look at that pimple, but I look at me and I'm like, oh my
That's
god,
all
look
you
at
see.
that pimple.
All that
You
everybody's
just have
looking
to
at.
change the lens in which you're seeing yourself and do things that will make you feel confident.
And stop doing the things that make you not feel good about yourself.
Work
Start
out.
unfollowing people that make you feel bad about yourself. Don't, just keep hanging out with the same people that make you feel bad about yourself. It's like you have a lot of choices in this life to put yourself in a better position where you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And so
And you need to have a hype team. Like, you just need to surround
And, like,
yourself with positive things,
Yeah.
and I think
and looks aren't everything, but it's like,
They're not.
come on, it's something that weighs on us all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as much as I don't want to focus on superficial stuff, it's something that like I think about every single day, like 10 times a day.
at the end of the day, there's that one thing that you sent in our meme group, because we all send funny memes, and then Katie sends like motivational things, because like love her to death, but she's not that funny.
I'm not fun. I've never claimed to be funny ever.
Katy.
It's like funny when
Katy
she's like
is,
doing
like,
things that
The
like,
queen of proclaiming she's not funny.
yes.
I'm not funny.
Like, it's funny to watch her do things and she's like not trying to be funny, but like, yeah, anyway, this
Where are you going
motivational
with this?
Anyway,
We're not roasting Katy.
Yeah.
the motivational thing that she sent is like the extra donuts, the extra like shots that you're taking, like all these extra
Oh, yeah.
things that you would restrict yourself from doing, basically. Like, you wouldn't take back those nights because they were some of the best
That's
nights
the
you had
fun.
with your friends.
Right.
you
That's
know?
like the extra 10 pounds I'm carrying around is like the last 5 years of like insane fun that I've had with my friends.
Yeah.
And like whatever, I don't care. Like at that point, like I wouldn't trade that. So I guess to answer the question, I don't think you stop being insecure. I think it just becomes less important.
Everyone has insecurities.
It just kind of fades into the background. It isn't as important as like putting yourself out there. And
it's
trying.
like letting them, letting
They're
them
not going to
take
go
over
away.
your life.
The insecurities are never going to go away. There's just no way. But
You
it
just gotta take a deep breath and take it for what it is.
Yeah. So that's our advice, guys. I hope this Q&A was like pretty well rounded. We tried to like answer actual legit questions people care about and want to know, and also try to like be uplifting and positive. Although we weren't always positive, but we tried.
And we're honest.
And we're honest. We're honest. Life is not always sunshines and rainbows,
Yeah.
even in New York City, which is a lot of times painted up like that in movies and TV. So
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. And
If you want to see the fancy parts of my life
I'll
that
have
I want you to
Instagram.
see, follow me on Instagram.
I'll have both their handles down below so you can follow them on Instagram if you're not already. And let us know if you guys want to see more videos like this by thumbsing up this video and commenting down below. And that's it.
See ya.
Bye.